that the role of the police is not to protect and serve the people. It is to protect and serve the system that rules over the people. This is not some isolated incident that just happened only here in the Bronx. There have been police murders not only throughout New York City, but all across the country. On average, the police murder kill hundreds of people every year. More than half of the people they kill are unarmed and not doing anything wrong when their lives were stolen. The overwhelming majority of them are black or Latino. This is what we're dealing with, sisters and brothers. And the fact that it happens again and again and almost no cops get punished tell us that this is built into the fabric of this system. It's a part and parcel of what leads to 2.5 million people being warehoused in prison in this society. Mass incarceration and all its consequences. Now, if this was the only thing wrong with this system, if this was the only problem, frankly, that would be reason enough to want to get rid of it through revolution, which is something that I very much want to do, because I want to stop all of this bullshit that comes down. But it is far from the only thing wrong with this system. It is far from the only thing wrong with this setup. There's the degradation and brutality enforced on women, the wars for empire, the ravaging of the planet's very environment, and more. All of these are reasons to want to get rid of this system through revolution. And based upon a revolution, we could live in a world where there ain't no more police murdering black and Latino youth. There's no more mass incarceration. We could live in a world where those who are entrusted with the people's security would sooner lose their own lives than kill or injure an innocent person. But it would take a revolution to bring that kind of world into being. This kind of revolution is possible. We've got the leadership we need for this revolution in Bob Avakian, the leader of the Revolutionary Communist Party that I'm a representative of. And that's why we are building a movement for revolution. And as part of building that movement, we're spreading Avakian's works and his words and voice everywhere that we can. There's an important film. There's an important film coming out in March, premiering here in New York City and in other parts of the country. Jordan talked about that earlier. People need to check that out. Get with somebody who's got a copy of Revolution newspaper. They can show you the information on this, because it's important that people know about this revolutionary leader.
Thank you.
Yes. So that's one important thing. But look, we also have an approach to how we get to the point, because it ain't time to make revolution yet, but we got to be getting ready for that. That's what we're working to do we in the Revolutionary Communist Party. We got an approach to that. We call it fighting the power and transforming the people for revolution. Mobilizing people to take on the sharpest attacks that this system brings down. And as they fight back, helping them to lift their heads, to see the interconnections between the different problems, to see that they're potential allies who will rally together with them if they stand up and fight back, and to see that all of these problems have the same source, this capitalist imperialist system that we need to get rid of through revolution. That's how we're working on this. Look, if you hate the way that people are forced to live here and around the world and want to see that ended, get with this movement for revolution. Check out the people who've got Revolution newspaper. Talk to me about it. Get with this movement for revolution. Get with it and fight the power. If revolution is too much for you, we'll still check it out and think about it. But get with us in fighting back. Take on the murder of Ramarley Graham. Be a part of mobilizing people to come down to court around that. Be there when the Stop-and-Frisk freedom fighters are going on trial in February. Be out in court for that. Be there on February 26th when we take to the streets here in New York and all across the country, bringing our outrage back into the streets over the vigilante murder of Trayvon Martin. We cannot stand by and let these outrages go unopposed, because this system will beat us down so far that we could never stand up and do anything about all that they do to us. So stand together, stand united, mobilize, build resistance, and through this, bring closer the day when we can end all of these horrors and these injustices that are driving us to the streets in outrage. I wanted to say that to kind of reframe things, pull us together. I think it is about time that we march over to the family's vigil. We need to have a banner in front. Is somebody pulling this together, or are we pulling?